Welcome to this week's TDD Weekly Report for the week ending October 24th. Just in case you're wondering, that little furry ball behind there is one of the cats. They decided to enjoy the warm air being exhausted from the cooling fan on the computer. First up, I would like to give an update on a story I talked about back in the October 10th report. My friend Hayes Gray and Underway, which happens to be a naval cadet, has a little more information about the Mi-24 Russian Hind helicopters. If you go back and check my comments section of the October 10th TDD report, you can read it in detail, but basically just to give you a synopsis of what he's talking about, we actually do own some Mi-24s. Our military actually has them for training purposes, which I kind of suspect anytime new equipment comes out, our military through hook or crook tries to get a hold of that kind of equipment to train with. And also he said that he has information that our pilots have actually flown Afghan Air Force Mi-24 helicopters too as part of different missions and to try to avoid undue problems from Pakistan. So anyway, if you want to, just go to the October 10th report and read his comments. He's got a couple of paragraphs that give a lot of detail about that. Next up, some of you probably have heard the term viral marketing. It's really nice when large corporations can get on the bandwagon and use the internet to good effect marketing things, but sometimes they just don't exactly get it right, and in this case Toyota, I think, kind of missed the boat on this. They had a marketing campaign where you could sign up one of your friends, unknown to your friends, to be stalked by professionals. This is like professional actors or whatever, but you don't quite let them in on the joke till later. Well, it didn't end up being too funny to this one lady named Amber Dewick, and she actually had a friend of hers thinking it was a great idea to have her be stalked by actors and things like that too, and had them make phone calls to her, emails, telling her or getting her to believe that somebody from England was coming over to see her. They even sent her a bogus bill from a hotel that this person supposedly trashed. So kind of a strange way to play a joke on your friend, and it wasn't appreciated very much. I can't believe this, and for a corporation like Toyota to get into something like this. This article actually comes from techdirt.com, so I guess Toyota said that they got out of this being a illegal way of doing it by getting the person's permission, but how they got the person's permission was, I guess, as part of the joke. First off, they sent an email to you to sign up for some kind of a personality test, and by agreeing to this personality test, if you don't read the small print in the bottom or whatever, you've agreed to be pranked. So anyway, I think this will be settled in court, and I don't think Toyota will be looking too good after this. I also have another email that's going around. I don't know if you guys have received it, but I've received actually 2 copies of it, and it comes under various names that are similar, like Where is the Motorcycle? And you see a motorcycle that actually tangled with a Volkswagen car, and the motorcycle ends up in the driver in the passenger seat. Well, the details on the email are not exactly the way the story takes place, and I'll put up some of the photographs, because this one right here I got, besides the photographs that you get in the email, at the very top of the page, and this is on driveandstayalive.com. They actually show the crash at the crash scene. They show the right after it took place, they show the motorcycle, just the barely end of the motorcycle sticking out of the car, you can see here. And according to this article, this took place in Sweden, and they estimate the speed. Now in the email it said the speed was about 85 miles per hour. They said that the speed was probably in excess of 150 miles per hour. And really, looking at this crash scene, I would have to believe it with the amount of destruction that this 400cc motorcycle brought on this VW car. And so anyway, the article itself, the real factual article, doesn't say anything about who ended up dying, but I'm kind of guessing the way it looks that probably the part about all 3 people not surviving is probably actually true and accurate. And it was placed on display by the it was placed on display at the Stockholm Motorcycle Fair by the Swedish Public and Road Safety Department. And I will put the link up to this Drive and Stay Alive article where you can actually look at the real one and see it's quite different than the story you get in the email about the motorcycle and the car tangling. So like to have as much accuracy as possible in these stories. Next up, my buddy Mike Eli, or Mike, no, let me get it right, Mike7 is starting a competition, a little friendly competition among us riders on two wheels, vloggers on two wheels, about a polar bear ride this winter. Not a polar bear ride actually, but as many rides as you care to do. And we're going to have possibly different categories, things like that. I told him I would very much like to report it on a week by week or every couple of weeks, however often we want to update it, about how many rides people do, say below 32 degrees, below zero, things like that. Just get a friendly competition, give us a reason to maybe get out on some days and ride all during the winter and keep it going rather than just sitting back and producing no videos at all. Maybe we'll get a little something going there too, but he'll have more of the details to it, and I'll have a link to his channel too in my comments section. So if you're not subscribed or not friends with Mike7, Mike in other words, I will encourage you to click on the link, and if you are a motorcyclist or motor scooter rider, I would encourage you to be part of the fun this wintertime so we can, you know, freeze our butts off and maybe have a little fun at the same time. Last up, I have a person that just recently subscribed to them, and I subscribed back. I'm going to try, as I get interesting new subscribers and stuff like that, to feature some of them from time to time. Not necessarily all people that ride motorcycles or scooters, but just interesting people that I run across that are either new or people that I've just discovered for the first time. This user is called SuburbanRyder. That's SuburbanRyder, same thing. I'll post a link to the site. I encourage you to check out the videos, friend, subscribe. The real interesting one that I saw first of all didn't necessarily even have anything to do with motorcycling, but he has a friend that has one of those, I don't know, I'd call it a tchotchke room or a theme room where you have all kinds of different things from certain eras. Well, his friend's got a room that he says it's a memorabilia room from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And this is a very interesting video. You have to scroll all the way down because it seems to be the first one that he did post 6 months ago, but that is the first one that I watched. And then I watched some more after that, and a very entertaining guy, very enjoyable vlogger, so I would encourage you to subscribe to him. That's SuburbanRyder, and I will have that posted. So anyway, that's it for this week. Take care, everybody. I'll catch you next week.